Here's your first warning forecast.
Good morning, 8:43. It's continuing to track Hurricane Erin. Very large hurricane is expected to stay off over the water. Well, the center of the storm is expected to stay off over the water. You see it here. I've paused it Thursday morning. There's the eye, a couple hundred miles away from Hatteras, but that reach is going to extend over to our coastline. So just because the center of the storm will stay over the water does not mean we're in the clear. We're still going to feel the impacts from this storm and then racing its way off to the north and east as we go through Friday to the weekend. I want to show you the winds. This is the wind field. These are the chances of hurricane force winds. And this is the little bit of good news. That's going to stay off over the water. So our chances for hurricane force winds, very, very, very low. Not concerned there. Chances for tropical storm force winds, those are a lot closer to home. You see them pick up as you get down towards the Outer Banks. So that threat for tropical storm force winds increases as you go down the Outer Banks towards Hatteras. We'll see the strongest winds there. Here's a look at the numbers. Wind gusts starting to pick up today, but not too bad. Maybe a gust in your 20 miles per hour today. Really ramping up as we go into Thursday. Here's Thursday morning. Look at those gusts over 50 miles per hour for Hatteras, over 40 for Kitty Hawk. Seeing those gusts up close to 40 miles per hour, even Virginia Beach and near the eastern shore. Over 40 on the Outer Banks as we go through Thursday afternoon, and then starting to relax as we go into Friday. Gusts back down to near 20 or so. So picking up later today, tailing off as we go through Friday. Strongest winds on Thursday. Now those strong east to northeast winds will lead to some issues with tidal flooding. Here's a look at our high tide cycle for Duck, North Carolina. This morning high tide didn't have a big deal. This evening's high tide will barely be in the nuisance category. Thursday morning, but it's that Thursday evening high tide. That's where we're going to see the trouble. And for Duck, it could reach into that major flood status. So for all of Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina, any tributary that opens up to the Atlantic, Chesapeake Bay to the Atlantic, could see some issues with tidal flooding. Again, my biggest concern, that Thursday evening high tide. So here's a breakdown of what to expect. Watch out for ocean overwash on the Outer Banks. Highway 12, probably going to be a really tough travel over the next few days with that storm surge of 2 to 4 feet. That risk for tidal flooding, highest near high tide on Thursday evening. Winds around 20 to 40, 40 to 60 for those gusts as you head down the Outer Banks. Higher winds as you head down the Outer Banks, so more south and east. Lighter winds as you go more north and west, which makes sense, right? As you get away from that storm going inland, winds will be backing down quite a bit more. So say Williamsburg, you may only see a gust near 30 miles per hour, where we may see gusts closer to 60 near Cape Hatteras. So over the next 7 days, just a few scattered showers today. Hurricane Erin tomorrow, not a huge rainmaker. The wind and the flooding will be the bigger threats, and then improving as we go towards the end of the week with some lower humidity too.